Chairman, and to the ranking member. I want to continue on the line of questioning from my colleague, Mr. Swazi, to talk about the other added costs that workers are experiencing, and to step back and really discuss the full household budget that workers, particularly tip workers, face. They rely on Medicaid, and they rely on the Affordable Care Act as well. So even if a worker receives a temporary tax benefit, that benefit can be wiped out with their monthly health insurance premiums that are at risk, and if nearby hospitals and clinics face new financial pressures and aren't even available. In fact, because the enhanced premium tax credits were allowed to expire and Medicaid is facing new cuts, some working families could see premiums rise by up to $180 every single month. That's over $2,000 a year. So, Ms. Mahalik, would you agree that for working families, a tax refund is only meaningful if they're not losing more on the other side of the ledger through higher healthcare costs or reduced access to care?
Sir, I really was just coming here today to speak about the benefits of no tax on tips, not more of a global conversation. Right,
but health care is in this bill. They call it the one big beautiful bill. I call it a betrayal of a bill. In that bill, it cuts $1 trillion out of our health care system. So just from a business standpoint, wouldn't you agree that if your workers have to pay more in cost through health care, that doesn't equate to some temporary relief that they might be getting on this side?
Having access to affordable health care is certainly something that we always have to be focused on.
Thank you.
And certainly making the healthcare system more efficient in that regard.
Agree with you there. So I represent Las Vegas, a large percentage of tip workers. And Mr. Stifo, correct? In your testimony, I commend you for what you've done, your story, you're pursuing your legal degree potentially in the future. And it's a powerful story, and I've heard a lot of other stories just like yours with the constituents that I represent. One of those constituents that I met recently, her name is Leslie. She's a bartender in Las Vegas. She discovered that because she and her husband, who's also a tip worker, file their taxes jointly, they face what amounts to a marriage penalty under the current law. And for workers who are paid through service fees or automatic gratuities, those earnings don't count as tips under this bill that was passed by the other side. Would you agree that if Congress is going to say no tax on tips, that the policy should actually work for the workers who rely on tips, including married workers and workers paid through automatic gratuities? Shouldn't that be something that the bill should accomplish?
The automatic gratuities, I'm not 100% certain on, along with surcharges, service charges.
They're not included.
Pardon?
They're not.
Yeah, but I can agree with you 100% that the no tax on tips right now for the servers who are getting the voluntary tip, if you're filing jointly and the amount is $25,000 for an individual, that if you're filing jointly with a married couple, it should 100% be $50 per thousand. I agree with you there.
And so that's something that was promised, but because they didn't take the time to write it correctly, it amounts to a marriage penalty. That's why I've introduced the Tips Improvement Act to correct this issue so we don't have this marriage penalty, and so that we address the automatic gratuities not counting as well.
Well, Congress,
definitely,
if I may.
I'm reclaiming my time. Just yes or no, Mr. Schneider, are you aware that the sub-minimum wage, which is $2.13 an hour, has not been increased since 1991. Are you aware of that?
I wasn't aware of that.
So it's a fact. The sub-minimum wage, which is the basis by which tip workers are paid in many states, overwhelmingly, is $2.13 an hour. And it hasn't been raised since 1991. That, to me, speaks to not putting more of the money in the pockets of the people who earned it. And that's another thing that my bill, the Tips Improvement Act, addresses. Finally, Mr. Alexander, on the issue of this overtime, Representative Malatakis and I introduced the No Tax on Overtime for All Workers Act to ensure that millions of the workers who are left out of this bill are actually included. So, Mr. Alexander, if two workers both give up nights, weekends, and time with their families to work overtime, should one get tax relief while the other is left out because of a technicality in the statute?
Thank you, sir. I believe that they could benefit from however they see fit.
So under the Republican bill that was passed, millions of workers are excluded because they didn't write it correctly. Millions of workers who work overtime, like the ones that you referenced, should be able to get that benefit. And Representative Malatakis, who is a Republican, and I are working to try to fix that. So this is why I would just prefer us to work on getting the policy right. I commend the workers who are here today. You are the people that we should be fighting for. And I'm working to make sure we actually have a working tax cut plan that works for working people, not for the billionaires and the big corporations who benefited from this betrayal of a bill. I yield back.
Dr. Davis, you're recognized for 5 minutes.